there, Aries. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for Monday, September 8th, all the way through Thursday, September 11th. That's the whole deal. That's what we got. I'll be back on Wednesday to do your bonus readings and get you through the weekend, okay? This one's going to be for Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay, Aries, let's see what you get. We're starting this one off with the High Priestess, okay? Followed by the Ten of Swords. And follow that up with the Nine of Swords. Okay, that's your backstory or your recent past. Currently, I have you with the Five of Wands, followed by the Seven of Swords. And then we get the Five of Pentacles. Alrighty. In the near future, I've got the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Cups, and then we're looking at the Three of Cups, okay? The bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the World card. So the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with cycles opening and closing, okay? All right, so there's cycles in your life right now that seem to be coming to a close so that new ones can open, is what we got there basically. The card at the center of your read is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is telling me that there has been a breakdown in your ability to trust certain situations or people or both, right? Yeah, something has happened that's made it so that you can't seem to regain a sense of trust towards a situation or a person, okay? Therefore causing the cycle to close out, no doubt. But we'll see how they play in as we go. We're going to start with the recent past, where I have the High Priestess, followed by the Ten of Swords. In the challenge position, I have the Nine of Swords. The High Priestess is the keeper of the secrets, okay? So it looks from these cards to me like in the recent past, somebody betrayed you with deception. Somebody deceived you and it was perceived as a betrayal, rightly so it looks like. The challenge here became the stress and anxiety that you went into after it happened, after you realized what had happened, right? It caused you a great deal of stress and anxiety, okay? So that was your recent past. That's already happened. We can't take it back, but anyways, that's what happened in the past. That's your backstory. Currently, I have you with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So whatever happened back here has now left you feeling very conflicted. Possibly you had a great deal of emotion for this person or something. So you feel like your heart is battling your head, right? Part of you wants to leave because you know you should. The other part doesn't want to leave because you have feelings or something. With the Seven of Swords, though, there has definitely been a deterioration in the ability to trust to a point that it does not look like it can be regained right here. The challenge now is a fear or not wanting to feel like you've been left out in the cold or feel like you're alone. Unfortunately, that's kind of like a step you have to go through to get to the other side of this when things like this happen. Okay? I'm sorry. In the near future, we're looking at the Three of Pentacles followed by the Eight of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles would speak of a collaboration, which is what this whole thing is here, okay? The Eight of Cups would speak of you walking away from that collaboration. Not because you don't care. You do still care here. I mean, there's still emotion, but because it's no longer sustainable at this point, it looks like. I mean, when you have totally killed out the ability to trust somebody or something, then it's kind of time to walk away from it, right? It's kind of the way that works. The last card in this section right here is the Three of Cups. That's the challenge here. Because we do have two threes in the bottom row, it's making me wonder if the deception that caused the betrayal was not a third-party situation of some sort. Three of Cups is speaking of like three energies to me being involved in something that once had two or something along those lines. It could also speak to somebody that's trying to drown out their sorrows with alcohol or indulge in something to an extent that's not acceptable to try to escape whatever they're feeling. Behind the World card, I have the Three of Wands, so we have another three, and the Six of Wands. There's definitely something here about being somewhat concerned about what people are saying or thinking or gossiping about the situation. And I mean, gossip's always painful, no matter how much you try to not let it be, so I don't know what to tell you about that. There's not a lot you can do except for push through it. It's only going to have as much validity as you give it, you know what I'm saying? So if you can not not focus on it. Sometimes it's like a bully, just kind of goes away somewhat. What else do we got here? I've got the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the Death card. There was definitely a breakdown, and there continues to be some sort of a breakdown in communication here. I don't feel like there's much effective communication, if there's any at all. The 5 of Swords would say that basically the two of you are fighting, not talking, taking jabs at each other. And the Death card would say that there's just time, it's time for there to be a total transformation here. For most of you, the transformation, I believe, will involve you leaving this situation in the past and chalking it up to a lesson hard learned. You have free will, you can do what you want, but I'm telling you, without the ability to rebuild the trust, it's kind of like a mute point almost. Okay, 3 more and then we'll get the days of the week. I have the Strength card, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. It's taking a lot of your inner strength just to deal with the situation. With the 6 of Pentacles, this is another card that speaks of there possibly being a third-party situation here. So I feel like this person was giving to 2, right? With the Knight of Cups, this is you wanting to rush in and save it, to save the situation. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to fix it or something. I mean, you can do that if you feel like it, but if you can't fix the part where you can't trust, I don't know how far you're going to get with it, right? Let's see what we got. Monday, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Magician. So you're manifesting something new into your life is what you're hoping for. I don't know that's the healthiest thing to do, but that's what you're doing on Monday. Tuesday, we have the Fool and the King of Swords. This whole thing has left you very cold. You're standing in your masculine and you are bitter almost right this second. You're mad. And I don't blame you. I would be too. So there you have it. With the Fool card, you're trying to figure out how to take a leap of faith in a new direction. Wednesday, you have a divine union and the Judgment card. So you're calling judgment on what once was a divine union. You're calling judgment on it. And you should. I mean, if this is how this is played out, the way these cards say, then absolutely you should. And on Thursday, I have the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So on Thursday, all you want now is a way to find closure. And the way to find closure is to find clarity. So on Thursday, it looks like you are wishing for a sense of clarity here. There you go. So it looks like you are trying to deal with this in the healthiest way possible. I mean, whatever's happened. You can't change that. So you're trying to figure out how to push forward, which is awesome. I mean, that's great energy. You're not leaving. You do know your self-worth. You're not leaving yourself trapped in this situation. It looks like you are chalking it up to experience and trying to figure out how to get on with your life. That is absolutely the right thing to do, Aries. So that is what I see for you this week. I think this whole, whatever this is, this eclipse thing is what's got everybody in a tailspin, maybe. I don't know. But at any rate, I'll be back on Wednesday, and no matter what the cards say, make it the best week you possibly can. And thank you for everything, and there you go. Okay.